G'day you good. It's Mono time. Back again with another Dragon Ball Sparking Zero video. Today we will be talking about what modes we can expect to see return in Sparking Zero and how they may work. Let's get into it. To start off, let's talk about story mode. Pretty self-explanatory. You play through all the main sagas of Dragon Ball, from the OG Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z to Super and GT if they include it into the game. However, there are two sagas I would like to see in Sparking Zero. A special saga, where all the movies are put into a saga for us to play. They had that in Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 3, so it may return in Sparking Zero. And as well, I would like to see a What If saga. The What If saga is also pretty self-explanatory. It's a bunch of stories on what could have been. For example, what if Vegeta went Super Saiyan before Goku? What if Gohan never went Super Saiyan 2 against Cell? What if Frieza had a son who returned to avenge his father after GT? Well, I don't think they would add all of this in. I would like to see it if they did, because it would allow stories that us the fans have made to be told and experienced in a way that we have only dreamed about. But I digress. Other modes we could expect to see in the game are of course an online mode, since it has now been confirmed that there will be online gameplay. I hope it's cross-platform, that is yet to be confirmed, but fingers crossed it is. Options mode.
Well, no shit.
A customization mode, I talked about this in my last video on how I believe that would work. And of course a training mode. Now while training mode will most likely return, I would like to see it work in a different way from the previous games. In the previous BT games, you could either learn new moves or train in arcade style training where your key auto refills, you can select the difficulty of your bots and you just go at it for hours on end. While this is and was definitely fun, I would like to see it work differently. For example, you can add in a gravity setting so it slows down your character's movement speed, and you could work on your reaction time, whether or not your character can fly or get used to being on the ground as opposed to fighting in the air. And you could also select training partners who may not be playable characters in the game. For an example, Whis or the other Angels. Yes, I would like to see Whis be playable, but like I said in my last video, it would be very hard to balance a character that we have not seen at full strength and could quite easily wipe every other character on the roster's ass. But having him as a sparring partner, where you could set a goal of hitting him 10 times, then the session ends, could be a fun way to both incorporate him into the game and also help players improve with the game, as well as just instead fighting non-stop for hours on end. You could also use this mode as a way to unlock new forms or customization options if you complete a challenge in training mode as well. That way it's more than just a place to fight a bot, it's also a place to improve, grind, and learn how to play the characters in the game. Now Shenron. Shenron will most likely return to Sparking Zero as well. In the previous BT games, you would play the story mode, go around, destroy the map, and fly around, and then you can find Dragon Balls. Once you collect all 7, you can summon Shenron and get your wish. I would like to see them put the Dragon Balls into other modes as well though, or make it into a weekly challenge that they could do. For example, if you complete a training session with Whis, you could get a Dragon Ball. If you go to this part in story mode, you could find a Dragon Ball. That way you still can go around destroying the map with a Dragon Radar, finding your Dragon Balls. Or if you win 5 games in a row in online, you can get a Dragon Ball, and so forth. That way it adds fun to unlocking Shenron and makes the players feel like they earned their wish. Also, I would like to see Super Shenron and all the OG Shenrons return. Depending on which one you get depends on how many wishes you have or the rarity of what you can unlock with your wish. Now, the final mode we can expect to see in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is, of course,
Now it's time for the World Martial Arts Competition!
this is peak of any BT series, of any game. I hope they add in other tournaments into tournament mode, like Universe 7 vs 6 or Tournament of Power as well, and they could even make it online as an option, which would be very fun. Speaking of online, I also hope they add in different fighting modes. We will of course have the single and team battles return from the previous Tenkaichi games, but I would also like to see a 2v2, 3v3, 4v4, or a free-for-all mode added in. That way you can play with your friends, both as your own characters, or fight against them and other randoms like you're in the Tournament of Power. I would really like to see these modes added in, as it can just add to the fun and the complexity of the game and allow us to enjoy ourselves that much more. What do you guys think? Comment down below what you would like to see in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. If this video gets to 5 likes, I'll drop 2 videos next week. One for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and the other, I don't know, I'll figure that out as I go. But, until next time, stay safe.